And then lastly, the
Yeah.
people that just need a little bit of help. I think that a lot of times those people fall through the crack, like they fall through the cracks at the beginning, and then they fall through the cracks even more because everybody's thinking about the mentally ill and everybody's thinking about the people who have drug issues, and they're like, oh, because those I feel like have more tangible results in the sense of someone who's on drugs, just put them in a program. But someone who fell through the cracks might need a little bit of help. They might need help with a resume. I mean, the people who have issues with drugs will as well. But, usually you wash your hands. I did the best I could. He went through the program. But, like, someone might need extra help with their resume. They might need extra help with, like, not knowing how to operate a bus system because they're new to a town. Like, there's just so many other things. And I feel like that's a little bit harder to help. Or like to see tangible results. I'll say that. It might feel a little bit harder to say, like, yeah, I helped someone, as opposed to like, yeah, come here, stay in this room real quick. But like, that's not, sometimes, one night, one stay is not going to, like, it'll be nice for that moment, but that's not like a real results helping type of situation. So that's my thoughts. Everyone, and Elisa's thoughts as well. Everyone, let us know what you think. Oh, and I also want to say, to wrap up this segment, I also want to say, like, my heart really goes out to people who are experiencing this. A lot of times, some things have happened, like, that have, like, I personally don't think someone wakes up and goes, I'm gonna get addicted to drugs. I do think it is other things that have issues that they have had. For the mentally ill, a lot of times it's a chemical thing that you can't even help. For people who are just down on their luck, sometimes life just hits people and they don't know how to handle it. They don't have a support system. I mean, if you think about all those, for example, kids in foster care who age out of foster care, they don't have a support system. So then they become, like, there's a lot of issues about how people have that. So I do think, like, as Christians specifically, we should offer everyone grace and compassion, but also stand firm on our truths. So, like, the example that he gave, like, oh, let's give them needles. That's not, first of all, that's not grace or compassion. And that's not standing on the truth. The truth is they need to not be addicted to drugs. Point blank, period. You should not be addicted to drugs. That is a standard. You should not be addicted to drugs. So the kind, compassionate thing would be to help them not be addicted to drugs. But I do think, like, also a practical standpoint, because you can say that's kind of compassionate, and then, people beat them, and then it's like, I'm being kind of compassionate because you're not on drugs. And it's like, no, you can also treat people like humans, because we also have to remember everyone is an image bearer. Even our ex, even our ex is an image bearer, and that's hard for me to believe. Sometimes that's hard for me to put in my heart, but that's the truth. Okay, did you want to add anything else, Elise?
I think what it really comes down to is, like, a lot of times you have people that get into, like, social work or trying to help the situation because they see the need and they have that compassion. And then after a while, it, like, wears off and you just get tired and you get, you get beaten down.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's where you have to remind yourself about, like, the passion. You have to use the passion that God has put inside you in order to solve the problem. And, like, sometimes that means you need to take breaks. Sometimes that means you need to, like, step away, or you need to not be on the front lines, like, going and, like, putting yourself in kind of these dark situations because you think that's what it takes to help. Like, sometimes there are ways that you can help that actually, like, are fueled by your passion, and then in turn will kind of refuel you. And so, like, I think that's what we ultimately need, is not people that are doing it because the government's paying them to do that, or, like, because
social media
they,
points.
like, had a Right, exactly. You need people that are like, no, this is, like, I have, like, a divine calling on my life to address this problem in this way, and I'm pursuing that, because, like he says in the post, like, the only thing that's gonna make a difference is, like, being Christ-like, and, like, God using his people to intervene in these dark situations. It's not gonna be a government assistance program that's ultimately gonna solve homelessness. It's gonna be individual people deciding, I'm gonna make a difference, and here's how, like, with God's help and with professional guidance, like, and walking that out.
Thank you for watching this clip of Those Are the Girls with Mallory and Friends. You can watch the full episode here on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts.